Hell's Point, Part 13, The Fisherman. The fisherman had been gone a long time. Patrolling up and down the coast, he praised the light that he had returned home safely with a plentiful catch. His boss would be pleased. It was a good summer. He could hear them down below from his captain's chair. The rest of the crew, they'd worked like dogs to fill up the hold. As he looked out through his window, he was greeted with a sight that lifted his spirits. He could see the dock as clear as day. He could finally go home. As they made contact with land, the crew began to tie up the boat. The fisherman made his way down to the main deck to meet up with his boss. Kneeling in front of him, he secretly prayed to God that it was enough. His master looked down at him and rested a hand on the fisherman's shoulder. "How many?" he asked in an authoritative tone. A lump formed in the fisherman's throat. He was afraid, but he must answer. 50, sir. 50. Only 50. The reaction was instantaneous. The master's hand clamped down on the fisherman's shoulder like a vice. The fisherman clenched his teeth in pain as his long, dark beard moved in the wind. "You've been out how long and you've only gotten 50? I should have you beaten and whipped. Look at me, fisherman." The fisherman looked up at his master dressed in black, with his golden mask bearing the mark of his god upon his face. Of their god. "You know who our master is. You know our rights, what we must do to ensure the continued success of our order." The fisherman nodded. He knew the price that must be paid. "Good," the man said. "Next time bring double. Or perhaps the master may see fit to dress the square with a tribute of the blood of you and yours." The fisherman shook his head emphatically. "I will not fail. My faith will carry me to the path." The man in the mask stood silent for a moment. "Open the hatch," he said sharply. "Let us hope that this offering will at the very least suffice." As the crew opened the hatch, there came a voice, then another, and soon it was a choir of moans and pleading screams to be set free. From where he was standing, the fisherman could see the faces of the people he had captured in the service of their most holy master, through whom the dragon spoke, and it was good. Their sacrifice would not be in vain. He then looked over to the man in the mask. He could not be sure, but he could feel that just maybe the man was smiling as he turned to face the fisherman. "Pack them up and ship them out," he said reverently. "There is much of God's work left to do."